Hello, everyone. I'm Sheldon Barlett Rumor, and this is it. Welcome back to This Is It TV. It is always a pleasure, and I'm so spoiled that our next guest continues to hang out with me as often as he does. I want for him to reintroduce himself, his first and last name, and what he's up to.
Sheldon, I'm of course Louis Bezich, men's health advocate, contributing writer to phillyvoice.com, and of course the author of Crack the Code, 10 proven secrets that motivate healthy behavior and inspire fulfillment in men over 50. How are you?
I'm so good. I am so good. I am excited about this one. As you guys know, Louis and I tend to cheat a little bit before we hit record and almost like, what are we talking about today? Because it's a kind of a spontaneous thing. But I also love this one because I think it's not only fun, but it can keep us healthy. What are we talking about today?
Today, we're talking about the power of fandom. Now, you know, the men in the US are crazy and have super loyalty to their sports franchise, whether it be football or basketball or what have you. And generally, you know, we don't associate in our minds healthy behavior with that fandom.
Right.
But I'm here to tell you that there's a model out there that's been developed in Europe and is now spreading throughout the world and for more than a decade now, where the organizers have been able to connect or translate, if you will, loyalty to one's, in this case, soccer franchise originally, with a platform for creating healthy behavior, particularly among middle-aged men that are a little bit overweight and such. And the initial studies show that that model has translated into weight reduction and better dietary practices that have all been sustained after the program has ended.
I love that. I love that because we had also discussed, and I believe it to be true, sometimes being a fan does have you indulge in things that aren't so healthy, right? A little bit of over drinking, a little bit of overeating, right? Not necessarily healthy behaviors, but we're saying that we can take that fandom and then turn it into healthy behaviors. I was just sharing with you also that my family just got back from Walt Disney World, which again, we were indulging in a lot of things, but we were also walking a great deal. It was a lot of walking, a lot of being able to be on our feet and running around and chasing young kids. Again, being a fan of that environment also affords us the ability to get active and be active. Is that what you're kind of saying?
Well, what happened was university officials, the government, and professional soccer teams originally in Scotland got together and said, look, let's open up the sports franchise facilities to men between the ages of 35 and 65 who really are overweight and have other criteria that says they really need a push to get them to adopt a healthy lifestyle. And because of their loyalty, you know, men who would normally say, poo-poo the idea, you got to be kidding me, I don't want to have anything to do with this, with, you know, exercising with other guys and such, all of a sudden said, well, wait a minute. You mean there's going to be somebody from the team there in a branded logo, you know, and we're going to use the facilities, and maybe even once in a while, one of the professional soccer players stops in to say hello. I'm in. And so they embarked on, you know, a 12-week program that included physical exercise as well as diet and nutrition counseling and lifestyle counseling. And they found that these men gravitated. They loved being in a social environment with other men who were a little bit overweight and faced similar challenges. And they found, you know, comparing that group with a group that didn't go through the program, that obviously the folks that went through the program did better, lost more weight than ones that didn't, and then were able to, or more likely to sustain that healthy lifestyle after the 12-week program. So it shows that there's the ability to leverage that loyalty to the sports franchise to then adopt healthy behaviors. And I will tell you, Sheldon, that model that has spread from Scotland to the rest of Europe, to Canada, where they have, of course, Canada is hockey, so there's Hockey Fit in Canada, and even in Australia, where they call it Aussie Fit, where they do Australian football, but use the same model of using that professional sports franchise. So really, I think the question is, when are we going to adopt this in the US?
Right. Like, when are we going to adopt it? First of all, all of the factors that we've talked about so many times together are in play, right? There's an incentive, right, of some type of scenario. Even if a player or a professional athlete doesn't come out and work out with you, you're in the environment, right? So you're stimulated in that way. You're in a comfortable space, in a space that has brought you joy in the past, or you may not necessarily have access to all of the tickets or season tickets, but now you're playing or working out where your fandom really lives. And so there's an incentive there. And then it's also entertaining and fun, right? You're not really concentrating on how much maybe you're sweating or how lack of exercise you've done in the past. You're in this kind of favorable space. I think we deserve this here in the US. I think that it might be something you have to start, Louis.
Well, we're gonna do some outreach to some of our sports franchises, particularly here in this area, but it really reinforces that notion that there's a connection between the social dynamics that drive us all as individuals and the emotional dynamics and healthy behavior, because that's what at its gut, you know, what is at the heart of our fandom. It's an emotional connection to the team. And when the team says, hey guys, you know, it's okay to, you know, indulge a little bit on game day, you know, within moderation, but we can offer you, you know, another message that says, well, we love you as a fan. We also want you to take care of yourself. And that's a powerful message to a fan.
Oh my goodness. I absolutely love this concept. And I think that it can keep people moving and motivated in an environment that they're already fans of, that they're already longing for, but also keeping them accountable for how they're taking care of themselves. Louis, this one was so good. I think that, I mean, is the challenge accepted, Louis? I think that you have to bring this to the US.
Absolutely.
You have to figure out how to start here on the East Coast and bring it forward in that way.
Absolutely. We're gonna pitch it and see what happens here.
Okay, good. Well, listen, if you need any help, I'm here for you. But in the meantime, I want to make sure that people can get in touch with you, learn more about all that you've got going on, and get their hands on that book. What is the best place resources for them to get in touch with you?
Like it says right over my shoulder, 50+50plusmen.com. You can see all of my activity and what's going on, and get the resources you need and how to connect.
Oh my goodness. I'm so excited about this one. Okay, guys, get in touch with my dear friend. I promise you, you will never be disappointed. From all of us here at This Is It TV, I'm Sheldon Barlett Rumor, and we will see you soon. Take care.